everyone right here finds the money.
Right. Yes.
Well, let me just tell you guys, I got into network marketing back in 2008. I moved from Miami, Florida, here to Atlanta in 2008. And I didn't really have a real reason to come here outside of my faith told me it was time to move. I didn't have a whole lot. I actually moved here with $135 worth of change to my name. I didn't have nowhere to go, nowhere to stay, but the Spirit just said, come to Georgia. I was told that Georgia was a place where African-American people cannot just survive, but that they can thrive. And for some reason I believed it. And I uprooted my family, guys, my 2 children at the time. Y'all know I just had a baby, so he wasn't there. But I uprooted my 2 children, and we came here. And at first, I was from pillar to post. I was at this person's house, that person's house, this person's house. But guys, I'm a connector. I believe that your next level of life is based on who you're walking with. And so I love to meet new people. So any way, anyhow I could get into your environment and learn who you are and what you do, that's what I do. And so I met a gentleman that was doing real estate. Okay, mind you, I'm broke at this point. And I met this guy who was doing real estate. He was making like $200,000-$300,000 a month in real estate. And so I began to serve. As a matter of fact, I'm giving y'all a nugget. I believe that you can either pay your way into a relationship or serve your way into a relationship. And so I began to serve him hand over fist. I'm talking about in a positive way. If he needed me to do anything with faxes or just anything, guys, I was humbly his servant. And he was like, I like you. You're very humble and you hungry. And so he kind of put me in the real estate game. I didn't have a license or anything like that. But he basically told me for every client that I would bring, that he would give me 50%. And y'all, I'm a hustler. I'm one of the people that, baby, listen, I'm going to find me some money.
Tell me twice.
Let me repeat that. You can't hard time me for too long. Hard time gonna come, but they gonna go real quick for me. Because I'm gonna beat me somebody new, they gonna put me on. Somebody, y'all say put me on. Put me on. I'm telling y'all, today we putting y'all on. And so I just started doing my thing, y'all, and I looked up and I went from broke, sleeping on this person's couch, that person's floor, to $20,000, $30,000 a month.
Glory.
I forgot to give y'all the other housekeeping rules. Anytime I say something that's funny, even if it's not funny, y'all doing good. I need y'all to work with me. I need y'all to laugh. If I say something that you know you're supposed to clap, let me tell y'all something I learned. A mentor of mine, one of my previous mentors, makes over $1.5 million a month. And he said, when you learn to celebrate somebody else as if you were celebrating yourself, you'll begin to attract that stuff to you.
Amen.
The person that can celebrate somebody else the loudest and the hardest is the person that will eventually be in a place where they could be celebrated. And so learn when it's time to clap for somebody else. I'm telling you right now, you want to visualize that it's you that you clapping for, and one day it will be. But anyhow, so I'm making $20,000, $30,000 a month, and I'm excited, and I was told that real estate was a place. Like, you do real estate, you'll never be broke again. Right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It wasn't true. I started buying property. I started balling. You couldn't tell me nothing. And I looked up, guys, and about 8 months in, the real estate market crashed. This was back in 2008. And so I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I got rental properties that I thought, you know, I was going to be renting and getting mortgage from and rent from. And I had another house, and I had a BMW X5, and I had all these wonderful things that money can buy, right? The bags and all this stuff. I always liked nice hair, you know. Y'all see this? I want y'all to know it was the reason why the hair went away. Y'all think it was a fashion statement. It was a financial statement. I wasn't going to the store to buy no hair. If I couldn't get this, the Indian and all that stuff, I'm just going to whack it off. Seriously, I think it's a game. I'll tell y'all this story later. I couldn't afford to weave, so I had to just go back to my roots.
I know that's right.
I'm serious. I ain't got no money for no weave, baby. I had to go back to my roots.
Yes.
You feel me, Sherry? I feel pretty though. So anyway, guys, and so I looked up and things just started going backwards. And I didn't go to college. I dropped out of school in the 9th grade. I actually went back eventually to get my GED. But I'm not a college graduate. So there's not a lot of jobs available for people that didn't go to college. It's just the reality. And so I went and got a job at this point because my savings account every month was going backwards, going backwards, going backwards. And so I found a job that I could not only make just $13 an hour, but there was room for bonuses. And I'm one of the people, guys, that when I put my mind to something, I put my mind to it and I go real hard at it. And so I'm making $13 an hour. I'm getting bonuses. So I'm making like $2,000 a month. And some months I'll make $4,000 because I was working in collections. Y'all know collections, right? People call you, pay your bill, pretend like it ain't you, you hang up and chill out. Well, I was one of the people that probably called you back in 2009. And so I started working hard, guys. And one day, my boss calls me in the office and says, "You're doing such a good job because of your performance. You actually got over $1 million in closed accounts." Wow. They didn't expect nobody to. They actually wrote these accounts off. You got me? They gave them to me. I didn't know this when they gave them to me, but I collected $1 million in 6 months on closed accounts. Wow. So they said, "We're going to give you a raise because of your great performance." At this point, guys, back home, my water disconnected. My home is in foreclosure. I'm hiding my car from the repo people in the garage. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Every time I see somebody looking too hard, I'm like, please don't be the repo people. I'm scared. But anyway, calls me in the office, says we're going to give you a raise. You're doing such a good job. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, if I bought y'all $1 million, y'all can probably give me $4 or $5 raise. I think that's fair. Oh, yeah, so sure. Before the money even came, I started getting a big head, and I thought I was rich. Oh, $17, $18 an hour. Time and a half, I'm making 28, 29. You can't tell me nothing. Make sense? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It took them 2 months. They finally called me in the office. At this point, it was really a celebration for my raise. They had balloons, and the big man flew in from whatever. And they called me in the office, guys. And let me tell you what they told me. They told me my raise was 25 cents. Oh, wow. Now, that very moment was my defining moment. Because I realized if I could bring a corporation $1 million, and y'all reward me 25 cents, that's all y'all think I'm worth? That very day, I looked at my boss. I was crying. I remember tears rolling down my face. And most people are afraid of their boss because your boss could take your job. I don't know where I got the courage from. But I said, listen, I don't even want y'all 25 cents. Don't even put the 25 cents on my check. And I walked out the door, and I began to pray. This time I was not praying for another job. I'm not a job type of girl. I don't like jobs. I'm sorry, no disrespect to y'all that like them. I just don't. And so I left out of there and I was crying, I was praying, saying, God, send me something. Guys, about 2 days later, somebody came to my house that was in foreclosure, telling me about network marketing. Now, I'm the person that never believed in network marketing at all. I thought it was a pyramid. I thought it was a scam. I tried Mary Kay, it didn't work. I $600 kit and all this stuff, and I tried Avon. None of that stuff worked. No disrespect to those companies, because there's people out there balling in those companies. It just didn't work for me. Right, that worked for me. And so when a person came to my home telling me about network marketing, guys, this particular day was a very gloomy day. It was me and my 2 broke girlfriends at the house. We were so broke, for real, guys. We were so broke we could not even pay attention. This gentleman came to my house, and he was clean. As a matter of fact, he came to my house because I was looking for somebody to complete and renovate my basement. And he jumped out of it was a nice Cadillac truck. It was pearl. He was clean. He had a nice watch, kind of like mine, smelling real good, looking real good. He walked in my home, and he doing his thing, doing his renovations. And he looked down at me and started talking to me about network marketing. And the more and more he began to talk, the more and more the information went in one ear and out the other. Because as a broke person, you begin to think, and I don't know who's broken here, and that's just in the mind, but you begin to think that everybody wants something. Broke people are so negative. It's a scam, it's a scheme, and that's why they broke, because you're not even open-minded. And this particular day, guys, as he was talking to me, it was me and we were sitting real close just like this. It was me and my 2 broke girlfriends. So I want you to visualize 3 broke people trying to have a wealthy conversation. It's very funny, just like this. The more and more he began to talk, the more and more they began to pinch me and kick my leg and was like, this scam artist. But something in my spirit said, this ain't no scam. They can't, and I just was listening. I didn't even know what he was saying. As a matter of fact, when you hear me talk about this compensation plan, some of y'all may not get it. I didn't get it back in 2008, but I'm so glad something in my spirit, something in my heart said, just do it. You already broke, baby.
What's up?
Worst case scenario, you're going to have a bunch of products and you're going to lose some weight and be fine again. Worst case scenario, you're going to lose some weight and be fine, so nobody got scammed. right? So I'm talking to y'all now before it's the presentation, before the presentation. And anyhow, I did it. My 2 broke girlfriend was like, "You stupid, that's a scam." And I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Back then, the company was taking checks. Not take checks in TLC. Y'all don't know, I wrote a check. And the first time, it didn't really work. But the second time, I made sure I put the money to cover it. But I did it with a bounce check, and guys, my 2 broke girlfriends said I was crazy. My mama, all my friends thought I was stupid. They ran from me. As a matter of fact, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. They think you're crazy. And guys, you know I got started, I invested $300. Y'all say $300.
$300.
$300 changed my life. My first month, I made over $8,000.
Wow.
I want you to remember, I'm making $2,000 on my job. My water disconnected. I had to go to the gym to take a bath. So seriously, guys, it wasn't funny back then. It's funny now. It was not funny acting like you went on a treadmill just to take a shower. My second month, I made $9,000. My friends still thought I was crazy. I told my, this is my best friend right here. Y'all give it up to Reginald Simons. We've been friends since the 5th grade. We fuss, we fight, but that's my friend. He knows that I'm crazy, but that's my friend. But he can tell you, even my mom thought I was crazy. It would be times where I would walk past her room door and she would be shaking her head and crying. And I had to just ignore her because I knew that I was on the right track. And then my next month after that, guys, I made over $13,000. $200 investment. Remember that, it started with $300. The next month after that, I made $27,000. The next month after that, I made $36,000. So by the time you combine my retail and my network marketing check, guys, I actually made over $250,000 my first 5 months in the industry.
Wow.
I'm sharing that with you because guys, really, you never know what's going to happen. I can't tell you that you're going to make 6 figures in this company. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you like me. You'll go hold a sign up. Some days him and I argue. He's like, "Can you eat? You need to eat. Can you go to sleep? He'll call you 8 today. I'll eat later on. I'm good. I could drink my tea and eat the seeds that's in the tea. I'm focused because I know that it's a window. It's a window of opportunity. And if you don't know how to jump when that window is given to you, you could really miss your moment. And I'm not missing my moment. Anybody agree? And so, guys, when I go through this presentation, you may get some of it. And then some of it you may not get. But just imagine what can possibly happen if you say yes. But if you say no, guess what won't happen? Nothing. So guess, raise your hand again. Let's give it up for the guests.